Yo, welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome back to the neighborhood. I told y'all I was in Jigga City. I'm gonna keep telling y'all. So I'm in Jigga City. I'm on the last stop of the Jigga train. So real quick, if it's your first time in the neighborhood, I don't even know what they talking about. But if it's your first time in the neighborhood, make sure you bring it back to the bottom of the map. Make sure you go all the way back to the very beginning. Watch the video called "Welcome to the Neighborhood" if you want to know a little bit about the neighborhood and why I'm doing this. Go to the video called the thing about hope." Okay, all right. I'm with my girls. I'm with my riders, so my little goons, my young goonies. This is Micaiah. You remember I told y'all hot girl number 2? That's her. This one. This one. And then I got Neek. This the silent but deadly. This is the young assassin. All right.
A tripod.
You
want a tripod?
You can put it on the tripod.
I feel like she did her videos like this before.
You can't see us. It's like
this is going up regardless of y'all gonna see us.
It's in a case, in a bag, to the right of that. Whatever.
All right.
You can start with us too.
So what you want? Okay, so Micaiah, tell them who you are. Tell them a little bit about you. Yeah, tell them, give them some game.
So my name is Micaiah. I run track. I've been running track since I was about 9 years old. I started off just running just for fun. Ended up getting a scholarship to go to LSU, and from there I was afforded the opportunity to run professionally with Nike. So now I'm running with Nike and training for the Olympics. So hope to see y'all in Tokyo in 2021.
I know her. Hey, I know her. You guys know her too. That's my little god sister, the young track star. She is born and raised in Baton Rouge, just like me. But where we come from the land of go getters. I told you, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. All right. So Dominique, tell Neek. She's so extra. Tell the people about you. Who are you? What you do? Why you piping?
My name is Neek. Well, most people call me Dom. I live in Houston, Texas. I live there now for about 9 years, 10 years.
10 years? You've been there for 10 years?
I went to school, I graduated, and now I am pursuing a new dream. Not a new dream, just a childhood dream of becoming a software engineer.
So so we're gonna give people real life advice. So like, what were you doing before that? Why do you how did you get into that dream? What did you do? Was it scary? What did that look like?
So I graduated, played sports in college, and really wasn't focused. Not necessarily focused, but really didn't understand what I wanted to do in college. And once I graduated, I went to a corporate job, and I hated it. I hated corporate America. I hated 9 to 5. I hated company lunches. I hated everything about it. And I said, Dominique, what are you really passionate about? And COVID just really helped me to figure that out. And I said, I'm going to coding school, learn how to be a software engineer.
All right.
Answer your question?
Yeah, that does. So do you and you've always wanted to do that, right?
Yeah, I've been making websites since I was like 14.
So that's pretty cool. So is it scary? Was it scary when you made that decision? How you feel? Did you get the bubble gut? How did that feel?
It was a fast decision because COVID started in March. I started school in October. So it was a fast decision to make, to say like, okay, I'm about to quit my job to do it. But I would definitely say it was a prayerful decision. Like I prayed through it a lot. I know the ways that God has gifted me, and so I feel like if God's gifted me, He's gonna make room for it. So that's kind of where I am with it. I'm like, if I'm gifted to do it, He's gonna make a way for it. So I'm kind of scared, but it's kind of like, no, He got me.
So real quick, and then I'm gonna give Micaiah this to put on the tripod. But for you, because I pray through. I'm the type of person who pray through everything as well. What does praying through it look like for you? Like how does that look? How do you know God? Like what do you take as signs from God? How do you know? Okay, or what makes you feel like, okay, I'm doing this and I'm moving in God's will?
Okay, so as far as prayer, I would say I'm a very detailed person. And so, like, when I go in prayer, I'm not asking, God. You want to go ahead and do it now?
Yeah, here, you can do it now. Y'all fancy.
I don't know what the background is going to be, but
I'm gonna scoot up because I ate a lot of food while I was down here, so I got a little. Only thing that ain't my thighs ain't the only thing looking thick.
Like, come here.
Like if your people don't believe you better than you met them, then you ain't winning.
I don't have. You want one of these? I got 2 of them.
I mean,
I don't have this part though, but I have the actual tripod.
I can find it. Can I get that part off of the internet? Off of
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't you, Dominique? The actual phone part. That one is like oh, never mind. I'll wait till after the video.
All right. So what were you saying prayerfully?
Specifics. So going to God specifically, because He already knows what you want. He knows like what you're in need. He just wants to hear you say it. And so when I went to Him in prayer, it was step by step. Okay, God, I want to apply for coding boot camp. Give me the wisdom to choose the proper school for me, the one that's going to give me everything that I need, all the languages I need to learn, blah, blah, blah. And then once I got accepted in the school, it's like, okay, God, now I know I need to quit my job. So give me the strength to tell my boss, because that was hard to tell my boss. God, let me leave with the right relationships with this job. I never know if I might need it. Even though I don't want to go back, it's just a possibility. And then once I actually got a scholarship, because I was trying to figure out how to pay for school, and then I saw a scholarship come up, like randomly on the website. I'm like,
Signs of synchronicity, God coming through.
So I was like, okay, let me get the scholarship. But as far as what you was talking about with like God's will and stuff like that, God gives us free will. Like he didn't never say like, okay, in the Bible, like He never said explicitly, Dominique, go be a software engineer. He gave me free will to say, Dom, what do you want to do with your life? Make a decision and trust me. And so that's kind of like where I stood with it. It's just like, I can't, any decision I make won't necessarily thwart His will.
I'll take that.
But it's just kind of like, whatever it is, like I was going back to saying, like, understanding who I am in Him. I know my gifts. I know what He's gifted me to do. I know who I am. I know who He is. Just go with it and trust Him.
Last follow-up question for you. Is it easy or is it hard to trust Him? Or how do you feel? Because that was such a leading question.
I feel broke.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
I quit my job, so I've been...
That's a part of the hustle.
Out of a job. So, like, the more that my bank account just gets lower and lower, I'm learning, like, not necessarily a lack of faith, like I'm scared that something's going to happen, but more of like I'm realizing more of like where my faith was in money, rather than more so in Him. And so now it's requiring me to say, okay, the same God that provided you this scholarship, He gonna keep providing, so you have to keep trusting. So I wouldn't necessarily say, yes, it's scary, but it's just like I just know who He is. But that's not easy to come to either.
It's not, and I'll say this real quick. And so let me tell y'all how wretched I am, girls. So I think we got at least 15 good minutes on this phone. So I'll say 20. I want to say 20, but I got a lot of drunk pictures from this weekend. So we're gonna shoot for like 18 minutes. All right, y'all. But I will say this, just like as a piece of advice to you, as I like from the things that I learned. When God says that He will supply all of your needs according to His riches and glory, like a lot of people think that that's gonna come in the form of $1 million. Like, and it don't always look like that. It look like, this person automatically just hit you up and like, I want to take you to eat. And you ain't have no money in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, or it comes in the form of, an opportunity where you could get money to work that's super, super easy while you're chasing your dreams. So like whenever you hustling, just understand that, according to His riches and glory, it may not be as glorious or shiny or glimmery as, people want it to be, but don't mean it ain't from Him. That's the thing. Like a lot of people miss out on their blessings because they want it to be a 12-carat ring, and what God got for you it might be worth more than the 12 carats, but looks are super deceiving. All right, ladies. So what y'all want to chop it up? Okay, what advice? Okay, so two questions individually, and then I'm gonna ask y'all some advice questions. All right. So what is your favorite Louisiana food, Micaiah?
My favorite Louisiana food.
Yep.
Is rice and gravy specific? They're everywhere. That's my favorite.
Rice and gravy.
Yeah, that do.
Okay, so I guess mine would be, I don't know if this is specific, but seafood dressing.
Tell the people what seafood dressing.
So the way my grandmother made it, it was like shrimp, crawfish, crab meat, and like a cornbread dressing mixed together.
Or stuffing if you don't know what
whatever that was.
But it was actually a dressing is what the actual cornbread and ingredients,
so
not the
like,
box.
I think it's just cornbread dressing with seafood in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
All right, Dominique, what's your favorite food?
I'm going with crawfish just because I live in Texas now and y'all be seasoning y'all crawfish with garlic and lemon pepper and we don't do that.
And chicken broth. Like,
chicken
what are we
broth.
doing?
So you got two. Because when we got back today,
boudin. Yeah.
So Talia just had linked boudin from Jerry Lee's for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
let's plug Jerry Lee's.
Yeah, I got plugged them twice. Jerry Lee's and Mary Lee's because they're right next to each other. I got a boudin t-shirt. I got a Jerry Lee's t-shirt. Don't judge me.
I've never gotten a t-shirt from them.
They so cute.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
They are, but why would I get it?
Oh, because you touche. Oh, I don't live here. All right. So another quick question. What's either one of you could go. What's one thing you love about your culture? Because you guys, so your roots, part of your family is from a place called Abbeville. So I'll ask more specifically about that culture. What's the one thing that you love about that culture? And that's a part of Louisiana, guys.
Abbeville's close to Lafayette, Louisiana. So it's like a French kind of background. One thing I like about the culture is it's just personal likes is the accents.
Oh yeah.
So there's like that.
Because it's way different. It's actually different from New Orleans.
Yeah, it's the Cajun side of Louisiana. So it's like the French culture. They dance. They do zydeco. So like when we go to family reunions or something, you see the people with the washboard. So that's something like totally different. People doing zydeco dances. That's one thing I like because you don't see that everywhere. And I feel like if you do see somebody like doing zydeco dancing in a club, you're like,
what's wrong with them? Yeah.
Something specific to that culture. So that's something unique and interesting.
I like jigging. I'm just waiting.
The jigger train, my friend was like jigger train coming through and what it is. Okay, just so y'all know, jig is a dance and it's just like it sound. It's all coonish and everything, but we make it pop and you jig differently from city. Like I told you guys, it's Louisiana and it's not just one thing. People jig differently from each city. Like but it's a foot dance.
And Dallas jig is not a thing.
Yeah.
Dallas jig is not a thing. You heard it here.
225 original.
Hey, 225. Hey. Okay, so what you like if it's not jigging?
I don't know why mine gotta be deep, but it's the slowness. Louisiana is so slow compared to like Houston or any other big city. As far as like everything feels like when you're in Houston, everything moves fast. The cars move fast. I mean, everybody says chopped and screwed, but like 610, all the different roads, they move fast. Like people you're trying to make a career for yourself, so you're always moving fast. But something about being especially from the country, like you know how to just slow down and like process things and live in the moment. That's one thing that I really learned from coming back home a lot often. It's just like Houston moves really fast, but I know how to process it and take it in a lot better because I live in a slower culture.
And it's so funny. A lot of people think like, especially just having like living out of North Carolina, living out of Louisiana, and then I'm gonna give us like 2 more minutes, ladies. But it's like a lot of people meet, and I get this a piece of a nugget I give to you guys. A lot of people meet people from Louisiana, especially like a place like Baton Rouge or Abbeville, and they be like, oh, they slow, and like they mean it in such a derogatory way. But I'd be like, yeah, I'm slow. Yeah, count me out. Go for it. Because when people count you out, that's when you can move around the easiest. That means people ain't focusing on you. People ain't, like, you could just move around. Like, you can go ahead and think I'm slow, but that's your disadvantage and not mine. So that's the thing, too. All right, so right now, at the places you ladies are in your life, what is one piece of advice that you'll give to a young hustler, a young athlete, a young businesswoman, a young go-getter? What's one piece of advice? And so next time we meet, we're going to watch this video and we're going to see if you still have that same advice.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You go first.
Know your gift. Know what you're gifted in. Know what your passion is. And work out of that. Stop working out of what is in the culture right now. Stop working out of this timeline that social media gives you, that you have to be here and there right now. Let your passion grow, develop in your passion, and then like from there, like build what you're supposed to build, and literally build your passion. Like right now, I've been coding for about 10 years now, but I still know that I'm not necessarily ready. I don't have to go out and put myself out there right now just because I have the skill. I can be a lot more marketable if I sit and keep learning and making mistakes to become a better coder, so then I can hustle and get the kind of money that I know I want to make. So know your passion, let it grow, and just make that's the slow culture maybe thing.
Yeah.
For me, it's just
slow
like,
cooking.
just let it marinate and then go out there and, you know, make a good product for yourself.
And
market yourself well.
It's hard to go slow, and I think that's
Yeah.
such a blessing that we do. I think that's something that we have. Just our family kind of taught it to us, but just in our culture, like going slow is so hard, especially when everybody else around you going dumb fast. Like you want, like, I want to do that too. I want to do that too. But you just gotta, you know, slow down. And I take that because even me right now with this new position I got, I wanna be here. Mm-hmm. But you know I got so many other things that I need to learn. All right, Kaya, you up?
I guess kind of piggybacking off of what she said. Mine would be, the road isn't gonna be easy. So like just embrace your journey. So with track, of course, I would want every year, like I just want to be better than I was the year before, but I've had to realize that some years are going to be bad years, and I can't give up on myself just because I'm not where I want to be. I just have to keep working on my craft, doing the things that I know I should be doing, balancing like life, work balance. Like I can't be going out every weekend if I want to be an Olympic athlete. So just like learning what I need to do to succeed with my craft, and understanding that if I do the right things, eventually I'll reap the benefits.
Can I shameless plug her real quick?
Shameless plug.
Let me tell you about my sister. So
talk fast, because you know we don't know how many minutes I got.
Okay, 2017 she won the NCAA 100 meter. 2018 she had a decent year, but you know, kind of fared well. 2019 her first pro season. Micaiah sucked for time purposes. Micaiah ran times that she ran in high school. 2020 indoors won the U.S. national championship because what she did was sat and took that L that she took the year before, literally wrote out all her mistakes, and came back and built and became a 2020 national champion. Still got the world leading time.
If I ever took a loss, I learned a lesson. I learned that I'm never better than the next man. Like, that's dope. Hey, I didn't know that. Congratulations, little mama. Can I have your autograph that you won the indoor championship this year? I know. Did I? Probably was on drugs. All right, real quick. So, like this is my family. This is who I grew up around. These are the young ladies. This one, when you say legacy, when you say build legacy, when you talk about culture, this is my culture. This is my legacy. These are the people who I'm making my legacy with. You know, what is your? I always talk about a legacy with y'all. What do you want it to look like? What type of things do you put in your legacy trunk? What type of knowledge do you leave for the people behind you? What kind of bricks do you give them to build with? Like we building with like. We just saw each other pass, fail, up, down, high, and low, and we always just there to make sure that we just get each other, dust each other off, and keep going because we know that's how life go. All right, ladies. Hey, so what we want to name this? They was like hot girls.
But only us two are hot girls, so hot girls.
Hot kind of and one.
What's like? Let me think.
The Saints suck. Drew Brees sucks. I don't know. I'm just thinking about what's on my mind right now.
Oh man.
What's the French word? Lagniappe?
Lagniappe. Yeah.
We just don't put that on.
I fuck with that.
If you know how to
Lagniappe.
spell it, put it down in the comments.
Hey, put it down in the comments.
It's Lagniappe.
I can't spell
To
it.
give it to them.
Oh.
The Lagniappe girl?
Well then,
Don't
spell Chopatulas then.
Chopatulas. Spell Chopatulas. Yeah, right. So I like that. We could definitely be. We could. I like that. I love the whole connotation of Lagniappe. Lagniappe is something that's so beautiful, and I definitely would think of my time with you ladies as Lagniappe because it's a blessing. It's just like I'm blessed and I get these little helpers too. Yes.
She used to tie herself to chairs.
Listen, I can't get to the. It's a trap. I can't cut it off. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We about to hop off of here. I gotta get to the house because I got a little heifer waiting on me. But next time you see us, we will definitely fill you in with that year's Lagniappe. Y'all be easy. We will talk to you later. Thanks for coming to the neighborhood.
That's what you do.